Some people just want to watch world fun.
Jeff nails another draft day.
Nailed
Makes
it.
top 5 has 98.
I got one
Jason
more.
just loves him some Kevin James.
Fucking Kevin James.
It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
Oh, yeah.
It's the history of bad. That's right. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the history of bad ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the history of bad ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke. Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 371. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Blake. I'm the power bottom.
But no intern. No intern this week. It's a sad
He's
week.
Too busy training for the fight against the fax machine.
Oh, I thought we suspended him for his mistakes he's made in the last week.
He's made a few.
I thought he got arrested for illegal bourbon pyramid schemes.
Allegedly.
Those weren't illegal. They told everybody going in, this is a pyramid scheme. Send me bourbon.
So if you say you're breaking the law,
was people sending it across state lines.
so if you say it's illegal, it's okay, and that's fine.
No, it's not illegal. You just have to let people know what they're getting into.
Maybe you can make that the next poll. Why do you think the intern missed tonight's episode? Illegal bourbon pyramid scheme, trading for the fax machine. What was the third one?
Suspension.
Suspension. What can we make fourth? COVID. Yeah.
What was the last one?
The last one would be hanging out with family in with no
In the holla.
in the holla with no
The backwoods in
Wi-Fi.
Tennessee.
Kentucky.
No internet connection.
So he's training bourbon, or what was the other two? Visiting?
You know what? Actually, all those four together make sense.
He's doing them all at once.
I like
He's
it.
in the hollers of Kentucky training a whole Rocky montage.
I could see that. Rocky went to Russia. Intern Brian isn't here because he went to the holler of Kentucky to fight a fax machine. I like it. I like it. The good news is we have intern fax machine here this week. And so that's not going to make any mistakes on that line.
Oh, if you only had real sound effects, if you prepared for this like a real production, I couldn't funny.
I can't tell if that was a impersonation or not because he didn't say, I'm the fax machine.
I didn't know what he was doing.
Time out. What the fuck sound does a fax machine make? I haven't heard one in ages.
That's what
Well,
he should have said. I'm the fax machine.
It depends. Is it the fax machine that makes when you're by the fax machine, or the fax machine that noise makes when you call it up?
Okay, I got it. Hold on. I'm a fax machine. Is that better, Jim?
That's awesome.
That's so real. It took me back to the 90s.
You know, at my company, we still have fax machines, like on our like the fax machine number on our business cards. It's 2021. We should not have those anymore on any business cards.
Why not? There's sometimes you need to fax something if the
Email by
if the
PDF.
if the document isn't if you got a physical document, not a computer file.
Scan it. Scan it into your computer and email it.
I don't have a scanner. I just have a fax machine.
Do you have a fax machine at your house?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't have a scanner either, so
Okay. Well, I have a scanner because I'm rich like that. It was part of my copier I bought at Walmart. So I'm
And there
scanning.
are some archaic laws where certain things can't be sent email, but can be sent fax.
okay.
I don't even scan or fax anymore. I just take a picture with my phone.
Yeah, my wife, for her job, she's in charge of the expense reports from all the people, her employees out in the field, her coworkers, and they were like doing the old school. And she came on, she's like, "I found this app. Just use the app and scan it, and it goes right to me. Just take a picture of it on your phone, please." And they're like, "Oh, that's kind of nice." She's like, "Yes, please. I do not want receipts. I don't want them mailed to me."
Until they get the one guy who says, "My flip phone won't do that."
They all have company issued phones.
Oh, okay.
They didn't hire you, Jeff. Or my mom. I need you to press the home button on the iPad. I went to the home app. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Oh my God.
They have an app called Home.
Yeah, it's for all the lights on in the house and that if you're a smart home.
Okay. They need to change the name of the app because Home is the button that you should hit when you want to go to the home page.
Correct.
So the makers of the app screwed that one up.
Or maybe my mom should not have an iPad. Maybe that should be it. That could be.
Does she control the lights and the
They don't have a
thermostat?
smart home. They don't have.
Then why do they have an app on their iPad for doing that?
I don't know. So this. I gotta tell
They
you.
hit the app and it starts showing them family pictures of Jason and the grandkids.
No, okay, so
It shows the
There you
murder
go.
quilt.
so my parents are 76 and 79, and it was a good idea to get the iPad because with the pandemic that my one brother got them it, and it was a good idea because they wanted to do FaceTime with the grandkids. So that's a good idea. Well, the problem is my mom calls me the other day and she's like, so Jason, I have 2 screens on my website, and they're small. How do I make them bigger? I said, well, you can go up in the corner and, press the button that will show the screen. It will make it go bigger. And she's like, I'm not seeing that. I was like, or you can go to the corners. And I was trying to go through this, very slowly. Pull it out. You can it becomes an arrow. You can stretch the screen. I don't see an arrow. Well, okay, where are you? Well, I'm in the middle of the screen. No, don't go to the middle of the screen, Mom. Go to the edge. I don't understand how to get to the edge. Okay, Mom, go to the top line. There, you should be able to maximize it. I showed her what it was, or I told her what it was. Literally, the comment is, okay, I see it. Oh my goodness, now I have 3 small screens.
I can't. That exactly sounds like conversations I've had with my mom and dad over the phone when I'm trying to talk them through something on their iPhone or their iPad. And it is very frustrating.
And I get it. They're older. I get it.
I understand.
But it is like, and at that point,
Yeah,
I was
every
like,
time Apple changes iTunes, I get pissed off because they always move shit around and
Yeah.
it doesn't work the way it used to.
well, and at that point, I was like, Mom, call my brother. He's the IT guy. He's the one that got you the iPad. He'll work it out for you. Okay.
Yeah, why wouldn't you call him first?
I don't know. And I did tell her, why don't you just my other comment was, Mom, you can call him or you can just restart and it should fix it. She's like, okay, I got to restart again. I just did it. How many times are you pressing?
You know what a good trick is? They know how to FaceTime. And I've said, okay, start FaceTiming with me. Just show me the screen and I'll tell you what to do.
I usually, when they FaceTime my kids, they can see my kids, obviously, on our end, but then my kids usually see the couch. They don't see them. Did Grandma get a new
camera
couch?
at him.
Did Grandma get a couch? Oh, no.
You have to flip the screen, flip the view. What?
Oh, God bless them. So,
Yeah.
moving on. Speaking of old people, Larry King died this week.
Yeah.
87.
Wow.
Yeah. He had a good journalistic life. Although the last several years, I've listened to some of his interviews, and they weren't as spectacular as they used to be.
No, they weren't. They were not.
But then again, hey, God bless the guy for continuing to work and do what you love, right?
Yeah.
I honestly thought he was older than that before.
Yeah, I thought he was like in 100 or something.
20 years ago, he looked 87. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, that Danny Pudi interview was still awesome.
from Community and DuckTales, the actor. What was the question they asked him? What does he do with his money or something?
No, what was something that
Splurge?
what
Yeah, splurge on.
one thing was. It goes, oh, I like socks. I was like, coffee. I like coffee because coffee's not an expensive thing. Coffee everybody gets. Oh, okay. Then nice socks, like really nice running socks. And then Larry King's like, socks? So your like splurging items are coffee and socks? What should I say? And Danny, what should I say? And he's like, I don't know, a private jet. And he's like, Larry, I'm on DuckTales.
Which is now canceled.
Now
I think-
Danny can't get his private jet.
Yeah.
I'm on DuckTales. So DuckTales doesn't have private jet money.
I think, didn't we spend like 30 minutes of an episode talking about his 8 marriages to 7 different women?
Yes.
We should find that clip and put it online as an homage to Larry King.
I bet you I could find it. Let me look. I bet you I could find it
Yeah.
somewhere. Hold on.
Which episode it was.
Hold on.
Well, you don't have to do it now. You can
No,
do it later. I mean, people are
No, I'm
listening
going to leave
now.
and do it. I'll be back. So
Does that mean we can talk about WandaVision?
go ahead. You can. You can because
I want to talk about WandaVision, and Jeff wants to talk about. Jim wants to talk about WandaVision. I don't know about
I'm
Jeff.
saying first, let's get through our breaths of silence.
Yes.
'cause there's
Oh, we didn't
to
start
mention.
those yet.
ready? Breath of silence for Larry. We should actually have 8, one for each marriage.
No.
7 women, 8 marriages.
Sorry.
Because we got some more important breaths of silences to take here.
Hank Aaron. Hank Aaron passed away.
Oh yeah,
The true home run king.
baseball icon. Yeah, the real home run king.
Yeah.
So
God
breath of
bless his
silence
soul.
for Hank.
God bless his bat. God did bless his bat. What am I saying?
Wait a minute. Breath of silence. Did someone else pass away this week?
Don Sutton.
Oh yeah, Don Sutton.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
earlier. That was right after our podcast last week. That's right.
Within the past
Yeah.
week. The Atlanta Braves family lost 2 of their big ones.
Yep. Okay, but John Rocker's still alive. How is that fair? Come on.
That is not fair, other than the age thing.
The age
John
is in
Rocker had his
quotations.
The age.
John Rocker had his one hot season. Give him a break.
He had a couple of hot seasons.
Yeah.
Isn't that what? Isn't he what? Southbound and Down or Eastbound and Down? Southbound and Down.
Eastbound.
He's got it down.
Eastbound and Down. After Danny
Pretty
McBride,
Yeah.
because he reminds me of John Rocker.
I always thought John Rocker was if Ricky Vaughn from Major League the movie was a real person. Minus the racism, maybe not the racist.
Yeah, no, I'd actually say I think John Rocker is more of a fictional character than Ricky Vaughn is. But,
Okay.
and also one that apparently didn't come through on the chat was I saw Mira Furlong from Lost and B5 Babylon 5.
Yes. Yeah, she was 65 years old.
And she died from complications of West Nile.
Really?
That's what it said in the thing I read.
Wow. From 1993 to 1998, she was on Babylon 5. Let's see what else. She was Dylan. She twice won a Sci-Fi Universe Award for Best Supporting Actress. Let's see. She was on Lost, like you said. She was from Croatia. So there you go. She also was in NCIS, Law and Order: LA, and more than 25 films. And then her last appeared in sci-fi fiction series Space Command. So she was working on her autobiography at the time of her death.
Oh, we have Jeanette Mouse, who was an actress and acting coach, who was in Charm City Kings and Your Sister's Sister and My Effortless Brilliance. Died of colon cancer at 39.
That was just today, too, wasn't it?
Yes. And South Korean actress Song Woo Jim died of 26 on Saturday of suicide.
Jesus. Okay, so three breaths. What were we going to say about her, Jim? I'm sorry.
There have been lots of young Korean actors, actresses, and people in the past, let's say 2 or 3 years, but there's up to 10 that have committed suicide, all under the age of 30.
Jeez.
Is it COVID depression related? Because suicides
I don't know.
are up overall.
Yeah.
I mean, because of the pandemic.
Are they though? Because I just saw a report yesterday that they were not as drastic. Well, I guess they would be up, but they weren't as drastic as they thought. But they're still up. But not to be depressed here. Sorry.
Yeah.
Too late.
Sorry. If you do need help, reach out. Reach out to people.
Or listen to our podcast.
Our podcast makes everybody happy.
Exactly.
Speaking of our podcast, before we get to WandaVision, we have some big news. 7 years ago tonight, Jeff, you and I started this podcast.
Wow.
Man.
7 years ago. How do I know this? You would think maybe from the intern Hackney. Nope.
Facebook told you.
Nope.
Oh.
Number one fan, Doug.
Number one fan, Doug. We'll get to some fun facts in our News of the Geek.
So was it 7 years tonight we first recorded or we first released?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Details.
did we always?
We actually took a couple days the first couple episodes. In episode 3, there was a lot of technical problems we had to try and figure out.
Number one, we recorded episode 1 on a Saturday.
We did.
Yes. Did we? Yeah. Wow, that was a long time. Did we always release on a Tuesday?
I don't think we always did. I
think maybe Wednesdays, didn't we? I don't know. Or we did Mondays, I think, for a while.
I think when we first started recording on Saturdays and Fridays or something, we were releasing them on Monday.
Okay.
But then when we started recording on Tuesdays, we released them pretty much right when we were done.
You know why? It's because our first ever podcast network. What was that? Damn it.
Musings of a Geek.
Musings of a Geek asked us to do it on a Monday because those were popular days, and then I think they moved us to Tuesdays because it was more like an opening or something like that. Musings of a Geek, the network that was. Let's see here.
Silence.
That Dan, what a corporate sellout. Anyways,
you would too.
You can work.
The problem was we lost the jet.
We did lose the private jet.
I mean, our DuckTales money wasn't going to pay for the private jet. We needed we need musings to do for that.
Unfortunately, fortunately, I guess, we still have Neil. Neil's still around, so that's good from Dark Angels, Pretty Freaks, the Christian podcast. More of a vlog now. We used to go in the lunchroom and at break and bang out some Bon Jovi. So it was nice. Not bang Bon Jovi, that would be wrong, but bang out. Oh, you do me so right. Anyways, let's see. So, and then real quick, go to Etsy, Untidy Venus, and buy some stuff from Steve and Izzy. They're going to be on our show soon in the next couple weeks or so. And use the promo code HobiePod, and you will get 15% off your order. But go do it. And they also have a virtual sale coming up this Friday or this weekend. You can check our Facebook page out at the History of Bad Days. We have a link to it. So there you go. HobiePod. Go ahead, guys. I'm one episode behind on WandaVision, but I'm okay if you want to talk about it because I'll be honest, I still won't know what's going on.
You really won't.
No. We're not going to know until episode 7, right?
Probably.
Episode 4 is where it all breaks loose.
Okay.
But actually, I understand why, and of course, reading online some stuff about it, why Disney released all 3. Because if you went 1 and 2 by themselves or went 1 and by every week, people probably would be very confused of what's going on. I mean, you are a little bit.
Wait a minute. How many episodes are there? There's 3, right?
There's
Only
10.
3.
Well, 3 are, they released
They released the first 2 the same day,
Yeah.
and then this past Friday, the third one was released.
Yeah. So, all right, go ahead, Jim.
With WandaVision, I really enjoy the going from the 60s shows into the 70s shows. This is Brady Bunch, the Monkees, Partridge Family, kind of inspired. That's kind of fun.
As soon as I saw the house in the backyard and swing set, I'm like, dude, that's Brady Bunch all the way.
Do the twins show up?
Yeah.
What's that?
No, hold on.
Oh, okay.
No, but Mr. Brady did. He replaces Vision. but honestly, the first 2, I can see where a lot of people probably got turned off or didn't get it an awful lot because I was a latchkey kid. So when I got home, the UHF channels, Google that, kids, the UHF channels would have I Love Lucy.
Oh, yeah.
They would have the Mary Tyler Moore,
Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke Show, the Honeymooners, and I'm
Bewitched.
like, Bewitched, and Bewitched, and I Love Jeannie, or
I Dream of Jeannie.
I Dream of Jeannie. So all that stuff made sense to me. Now I was watching it with the old lady, and of course, in the first 2 episodes, she's like, "I don't get this." And by the time the 3rd episode came around, she was on board. But for some people, I can see how the first 2 episodes they don't understand or they don't get it. I'm like, well, it's farcical comedy. They're making fun of, or they're using these genres of these other shows. And if you've never watched any of these, you wouldn't get a lot of the jokes and the weird situations and et cetera.
Yeah, because like the first episode, I really liked it when Vision was at work. And he's standing there in a conversation with the guy, not looking at him, but looking towards the camera, like they're still on. Like back in the old days when TV was a bunch of stage actors, who had
and you talked to the fourth wall. You broke the fourth wall to the audience.
Yeah, but I mean, you're kind of looking at the audience, not to the person you're talking to. And then it's like Vision, he's having a conversation with this guy, and neither of them are looking at each other.
Yeah.
I did like in the first episode when they're like, "What do we do here?" No, really, what do we do here at this job?
Yeah.
Do we produce anything?
You're right. Because obviously, as we know, it's an alternate reality. So if you catch a lot of the comments and the phrases, you start to pick up on it that, hey, this is an alternate reality, and you already know it is. But even the people some of the people that are there, I was like, yeah, why are we here? Same thing. Yeah, what do you do? Or when the Mr. Hart, gets stuck on his phrase. I forget what the phrase was. It makes sense. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Something weird like that. I forget what it was. And finally she's like, Vision, save him. And he's like, oh, okay. So yeah, I like the first 2 episodes, and of course the third is really cool. With Foxy Brown in it, and I appreciate that.
Did anybody get hit in the nose with a football?
No.
Well, actually, that's how they get rid of Vision and Mr. Brady.
Paul Bettany did have great 70s hair, though.
Yeah, I did see Joe Namath in the background too.
Is this the one with the Vision dressed up in Halloween gear, like his old Vision from the comic books? The costume?
No,
Okay.
I think that's next episode.
The 80s.
Yeah.
So what 80s shows are they going to homage to? Is it going to be like The Cosby Show, Growing Pains,
Family Ties?
Family Ties,
So,
Night Court?
Well, they'll probably do more of the family, young children
Cosby?
stuff.
Oh,
It could be Cosby.
Full House is 90s.
Definitely got to do some Cosby.
Yeah.
I
I always like the people online
Going
that
to wear a sweater.
I like the people online that were bitching before the series came out about how Vision looked really, really bad in that Halloween costume. And they're like, this looks awful. How is he in this costume? And it's like, it wasn't supposed to be a real costume. It's a Halloween costume. Like, stop it.
Yeah.
Stop bitching.
People actually were
Yes.
bitching about that from that one quick
Yes.
clip.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's how he looked like in the comics.
Yeah, I know, but people just
But I
took
mean,
it.
they like we saw what he looked like in other clips.
Yes.
But you thought the fact that he was wearing this badly sewn fabric costume together.
People thought that
people-
looked bad. And it's like, yes, it's supposed to.
I'm surprised they didn't complain when they on the first or the second episode when he was doing the magic and she put him on the rope and like, oh, that's how he flies.
You know, that whole gimmick there with the magic show is really funny. I really
Yes.
found it
That's-
entertaining.
That was good. That was entertaining. You're right.
He got
It was
gum stuck
probably
in
one of
him.
the highlights. Yeah, probably one of the highlights of the show. But you know what is kind of interesting is I was looking at, you know, in addition to reading all the Easter eggs and the commercials and all that kind of stuff, we could probably spend another episode talking about it more when it comes out. But I'm a sucker for unreliable narrator, and so that's where we're at right now. So I went and I looked and I was like, well, what kind of ratings are people giving this? Because I had seen something where it said, oh, it was the highest Marvel MCU on Rotten Tomatoes. It was, but I could see, you know, on like the Google, like if you just go to WandaVision and you bring it up there, and if you go to the, you know, sitcom, you know, Watch Now thing, it's interesting to see how they got like almost 8,500 reviews, and almost most of them are 5-star. There's a little bit of 4, a little bit of 3, a little bit of 2, and about half of the 5 stars are 1-star reviews. And I'm wondering what that'd be. I'd be interested to go just read some of these things and see what people are talking about. But you know, IMDb's got it at 7.5, and I would give it probably 8 or 9. Honestly,
I think it's fantastic because Blake, I agree with you. Like, I grew up watching a lot of these old shows. Like, I love those old shows.
Yeah, I get the farcical. Hey, what's the heart on the calendar for? Hey, honey, I'm coming home. What are you going to do? Well, I guess I'm going to impress the husband. He's like, yeah, that's right. He's talking about his boss, and she's talking about him.
When she's making the dinner and they open up the shutters into the kitchen, and it's like it looked like something from the 1950s.
Yeah. Oh, that's, you know, it's I Love Lucy and stuff. I mean, it's, you know, I'm just wondering if a lot of that stuff is just lost on younger viewers or something. I don't know.
My oldest son wants to watch it, and I'm fine with that. But I'm like, I don't know if he's going to get the references as much.
I doubt it.
No, he won't get.
12-year-old would.
Yeah, but he wants to watch it just because it's Marvel and he loves the Marvel. And you know what? My biggest thing is that it made me love the series. And I don't like either of those two characters. I can't stand those characters. And I love that series. I love that series after 2 episodes.
You don't even like Vision?
No.
No, I went into it going like, oh, okay. Age of Ultron. I'm trying to remember that, you know, because I'm like, well, I saw that a couple years ago.
5.
And then like, oh yeah, Endgame. It starts them off with they're in an apartment and hiding or something like that. And so, you know, I'm not a diehard comic fan. I didn't grow up reading about, you know, Scarlet Witch and Vision and all that kind of stuff. But I enjoyed the movies when I eventually saw them. But, you know, so I went into this, series, you know, thinking, okay, let's see what happens, you know, with not much expectations, but curious to see how they do the sitcom stuff. And I was like, I thought they nailed it. I'm like, dude, this is really good. And why was the first episode 20 minutes?
You know what? I think it's fantastic that they're 30 minutes long. Have a good day.
Yeah, I'm like, I wish they were longer.
Well, because a hit sitcom at that time was 20, 22 minutes or whatnot.
Yeah, it's a great genre. They hit the genres perfectly, and so I just
granted.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No.
All right. So, Jim, I agree with your thought. I'm sorry,
Jim. How much have you enjoyed it a lot?
I'm sorry, Jim.
Oh no, I've enjoyed it. It's a good show. I mean, I'll keep watching it. And
it has to pay off. You know, they can't just do this. It's got to work.
It's building up to something happening. So
and
it's entertaining up to the point still.
So not spoilers because this is just theory. So if you don't want to be spoiled, if you haven't watched WandaVision, is the neighbor of the villain? You think the perky neighbor? You think she's the villain?
I don't know. I've
Catherine
seen,
Hahn.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've seen people say they think like she
She's
keeps
the
referring
wife
to her
of-
husband, and you never saw her husband. That her husband might be the villain. People are saying Mephisto or something.
Yeah.
Or crap
I've heard
like
Doctor
that, so-
Strange. I've heard Doctor Strange is trying to get Scarlet Witch through her stages of grief. I heard that one.
I've heard that
I
one.
think I think we posted that on Facebook.
I don't think that one is going to be true. I think obviously Doctor Strange is going to have to come in and help, but I don't think he's the one doing this right now.
And I don't think it's Doctor Strange either. I mean, it's a cool theory, but I think the end of episode 2 when the guy comes out of the sewer, that's AIM.
Yeah.
That's the villain organization AIM. So I'm guessing right there she's captured by somebody.
Or
Well,
that's
obviously
Sword's
Sword is.
trying to reach
Sword,
her,
sorry. Yeah, Sword.
Look like.
Yeah.
So here's something interesting. If
It could be AIM. That looks like an AIM soldier.
yeah.
The beekeeper outfits look like AIM
Yeah.
soldiers.
Yeah, and Captain Marvel's buddy, when she's there, and the neighbors are like, she doesn't have a home here. Something's wrong. We don't want to say anything, but it's just like, so it's almost as if Vision. It's kind of interesting they go to that view because it almost gives Vision his own consciousness, right? Because if this is an alternate reality that she's made and he's in it and stuff, it's kind of interesting how they would cut to a little bit of what he's doing and how Catherine Hahn and his neighbor, it's like they want to tell him. It's like they want to tell him something, even if this is Scarlet Witch's alternate reality. So it's as if he is an existing character with his own consciousness that's been created, because they almost try and tell him in hopes that they tell her, reaching her, or trying to protect using him to protect her, the Scarlet Witch, from what what's her name, Captain Marvel's buddy who's in this the premiere, the Foxy Caroline, when she's Geraldine, to talk to her. So that is kind of, I found that interesting.
I will say,
go ahead.
I will say I think it's great because it's different than a typical superhero film or series. I'm looking forward to Winter Soldier and Falcon. That's the one I'm most excited about, but that's going to be a straight-lace spy espionage action one. This one is just totally different, and I like that they took a chance of doing something different on it.
Yeah, I do have a 1-star review that I pulled up here.
Uh-oh.
And it is kind of funny because I would almost want to ask how old this person is and what do they not know about, genres and TV history, because it's 1 star and he's like, all I can say after watching the first 2 episodes is, wow, what have you done to MCU, Disney? It's like everybody knew it would be
created
a sitcom.
it.
Yeah, everybody knew it would be a sitcom, but it had to be such a really, really bad, cheesy, campy one. And it's talking about,
wow.
It's like the fake audience laughs, and if you laugh too, well, it's made for you because you must be 10 years old, or you're not allowed to watch R-rated movies. And it's like, obviously this person doesn't get it. And he's like, I haven't read the source material, but I can't imagine it being this boring and campy.
It's something that completely missed the point of the show.
Yeah, exactly. It said, the fake audience laughs at things that aren't just funny unless you're 10 years old or you're the type of person that laughs at just about anything. It's really annoying. Disney made it like that on purpose.
Well, they did make it like that on purpose.
And
they're doing it stylized, and that's the cool. Even in the first episode, they did this stylized stuff, but then when things started to go wrong, all of a sudden, you different camera angles, different stuff going on when he's choking and she's panicking, and it's like, okay, so there's subtle clues and cues going on here.
Oh yeah, and the person goes on to talk about Disney's ruining the MC universe by not making this R-rated, and they're making everything like it's child. I'm like, you have no clue. And this person wrote like a 6-paragraph review.
Probably somebody who's about 22 years old, or 22 to 25, who has never seen an I Love Lucy.
Yeah, I'm saying this is somebody who's not even a millennial. This is Gen Z or whatever they want to call it.
Yeah, and it is kind of funny reading the negative reviews. But I sit there and I go through, and it's like 5-star, 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 and they're like, it's great sitcom genre, it's great whatever. And so obviously, yeah, if you don't know, about it, and you don't know the context, which is very lacking in today's society. If you don't know the context, then you're obviously not going to get it.
Speaking of 1-star reviews, we got a 1-star review.
Oh, sweet.
On our podcast.
Oh, you're going to bring that up again.
Yes.
From Susie Rocks. Hey, Susie. Misophonia. Then don't listen to this podcast. I am checking this show out for the first time, 293, and listening to one of them eat their lunch. I don't know about you, but there's no way in hell I would ever suggest listening to the Gum Chewer Lunch Eaters. It makes me so angry to hear this unnecessary chewing. So much for funny.
Is that the one I was chewing on purpose?
Yes, I think it is.
She missed the joke, obviously.
So it was either that or Jeff brought a lunch.
That's awesome.
Jeff was eating a sandwich.
Well, there was an episode where I hadn't had dinner yet. I was running late, so I did have.
It could be that too.
But it might have been the same episode where we were all just chewing.
Yeah.
But you know what? That goes off of our 5-star review from a guy that it was last year.
That doesn't really know us.
Well, no.
Over a year ago.
This is the best part. He was nominated for a Floppy Award, I guess, for Intern of the Year. We made up a guy named Intern Gary, and he gave us a 5-star review saying it's an honor just being nominated. Thanks, Gary. Intern Gary. We picked a name out of the hat, and, well, I guess we got a real person.
Well, now I wish we would have given it to Intern Gary. No offense, Intern Hackney, but...
Change approved.
Where's Hackney's 5-star review?
Oh, my gosh.
It probably was Intern Gary. Brian's fake name he gives people is Gary.
Oh.
On a side note...
I'm not kidding.
So maybe it was Intern Hackney.
On a side note...
Here, another Disney Plus 1-star review on WandaVision. I'm considering canceling my subscription. I invite other subscribers to do the same, to serve a lesson to Disney not to mess around with the subscribers.
Like, I'm giving some people something a little different, and these people are acting like it's the end of the world.
And the people who are like yelling at Disney for ruining the MCU, it's like Disney created the MCU. I think maybe 2 Iron Man movies were done before Disney bought, and then everything else was Disney.
This is great too. I remember seeing this too, the 4-3 thing. Here's another 1-star review. Do you dislike Marvel movies? Do you dislike watching HD and 4K content on your premium TV? Do you prefer watching black and white rather than color TV shows and movies? Do you prefer watching 4:3 rather than 16:9 ratio on your widescreen? Do you like cheesy American 50s and 60s? If you answered yes to the above, you'll love this.
I love 4:3 ratio.
Oh my! So what happened? Oh, that probably blew their mind in this third episode when the screen shifted from 4:3.
When after they
even went past
after Geraldine. That's right. After Geraldine was thrown out and it went to widescreen, modern, which we think is the real world. Yeah.
It even went past the 16:9. It went to like scope film dimensions.
On a side note, if you can, if you're listening to our show through the Apple through iTunes, or I'm sorry, through your iPhone, if you listen to our podcast, you can actually rate our show just by going into the library, going into our show, and it will have a rate. If you guys can do that, that would be great. So 5 stars, please. Please do 5
Hit
stars.
5 stars unless you don't like our chewing.
Yes. So on a side note, Blake, responding to 1-star reviews, the Cinema Guys, Brad, we love him. On their latest episode, they read their 1-star reviews by singing them in different types of songs. So Brad sang his 1-star review in the theme of "I Dream of Jeannie." So check them out for that.
That's good.
But yeah, give us some real quick. Speaking of TV, what was your favorite Aaron Sorkin television series? We had Twitter poll of the week follow us at Bad Ideas Podcast. Unless you don't like our chewing. So we had Sports Night, The West Wing, Newsroom, and Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip. So Jeff, you love Studio 60, right?
I do like Studio 60. I thought that got a raw deal.
Let's see.
But I wouldn't have voted for it.
Which one did you vote for?
I didn't make the vote on this, but I would have voted Sports Night. It is better.
So let's see. It was a close race until the West Wingers came along. In a span of an hour, we went from 55 votes to 600. And the West Wing fan club came out in force this week. So
West Wing Mafia.
It was. So we had 1,011 votes. I'm not even going to update the totals, but they're pretty close to the same. 89% said the West Wing, 5% for Sports Night. The Newsroom got 4% and 2% for Studio 60. So thanks.
So is the next poll we're going to have what's your favorite show, The West Wing versus Winona Earp?
Yes. I like it.
And you have to hashtag both of them, man.
So the good news is we do appreciate the votes, but it was funny because I'm binge watching West Wing. And I love it. But woo, Nelly. On a positive note, the new poll of the week that right before we went to air, when watching the West Wing, what type of wings do you like? We have garlic, buffalo, barbecue, and liberal. Buffalo's leading right now at 60%. Liberal has 20%. Garlic and barbecue are at 10%. The good news is I think we broke the biggest West Wing fan, Kevin. So that's good. Pop Culture Cafe, we love those guys. They voted for sweet chili. That's not an option.
They can still vote for it.
Kevin responded, again, West Wing fan, who got us a lot of those votes. There's no one in this world that I don't hate right now from the West Wing thing. Chrisman Idol wrote, I like to eat my wings while walking fast down the hallways, making decisions, being quippy.
That is the best way for wings.
So, if you haven't had a chance, go to Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter and vote, people. We got a day and a half left of it. So, I don't even know what to say about that. Oh, my God. Oh, real quick, I am watching Yellowstone. And my God, is a wonderful series. Wonderful, wonderful series.
How long is Boo Boo in it?
Who's Boo Boo?
Yogi's sidekick. He's a little short bear.
Get out. I'll talk more next week.
How many picnic baskets do they steal?
A picnic basket.
No.
Hey, boo boo.
It's a great series, but it's pretty
Who
much
plays
like
the Ranger? That's what I want to know.
Kevin Costner. It's very much like Sons of
expanding his
Anarchy.
acting horizon.
Shut up, Blake. It's Sons of Anarchy on a cattle ranch. That's what it is. That's exactly. And I'll go into it with Brian since he watched it next week when he comes back from beating or losing to Intern Fax Machine. Hopefully, we can all change after watching that fight.
I think Intern Gary's going to show up and take the fight.
Intern Gary, go for it.
Intern Gary did send in the outline this week, so we do appreciate Intern Gary for this.
But Intern Rocket, he sucked.
He was awful.
And intern, I don't remember her name, but she got lost in the woods of Banff.
Quasimodo was decent. The bells were annoying, though. He kept ringing the bells. Maybe that's why we got a 1-star review, because he was ringing the bells during the podcast. Intern Rocket had an issue because he didn't have a computer, so that really hampered his job.
It did. Especially with a name like Rocket, you think he would be, up with all the latest gadgets and stuff.
Oh, man, but I did love sniffing the carbon copy paper.
Blake. Sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
Look that up too, kids. You're going to have to Google that as well.
What was that machine called?
Photograph?
Oh.
Telegraph.
Mimeograph.
Blake or Jim just sounded like he didn't have a phone. He just ate the phone. You were right there, Jim? Are you eating on the air?
I got some Pez.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
We're running late, but listener feedback. Go ahead, hit it, Blake. What do we got?
All right, this week's...
What, Jim?
I have like 12 things that I watched that I didn't even mention.
You wrote a legend about all the shows you watched?
I have like a bunch of stuff that I watched, and I don't get to talk about it. Because you guys keep running your mouths way too long, and I just sit here with my thumb in my butt.
Okay,
Jim. Take your thumb out of your butt.
Step away from the phone a little bit. You sound like you're eating. Step away. Okay.
Take the microphone out of your mouth.
Go through and do a speed round of your shows, Jim. We're going to give you the floor right now.
Do it like Larry King.
So, we had the Lockdown.
Oh,
with
yeah.
Anne Hathaway and Chiwetel Ejiofor. That was actually pretty amusing. It's
not like Larry King.
No. I'm not Larry King.
Okay.
But it's it's pandemic related, where they're locked in their thing and they're separated, and it's how they deal with that.
I don't want to watch reality.
In that case, then you should watch Scoob.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Scoob. I finally got around to watching Scoob.
Oh, Scoob.
Oh, Scoob.
I thought you said Goop. Yeah. Sorry. Did you like Scoob?
It was entertaining for what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't going into it with any expectations.
We bought it during the pandemic when everyone was in quarantine. I wish I didn't.
And then we have a movie with Blake's favorite actress, Melissa McCarthy. Super
Does she shit in the
intelligent.
sink?
She does not shit in the sink and super intelligence.
Well, then I ain't watching it.
It was so. It's the one with James Corden plays the voice of the AI who is going to destroy the Earth unless she can prove that people are worth saving.
They're
That's
not.
going to be a difficult task.
Spoilers,
So
they're
he
not.
played Ultron?
Yep.
Speaking of James Spader, Blacklist just got renewed for season 9. Dear God, that show will never die. Sorry.
It's run its course. I
Yeah.
mean,
Have they come out with Blacklist Miami yet?
Oh.
And then we got a couple of shows here. I watched the completion of The Flight Attendant.
Oh, good
Did
series.
they finish their first season then?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jim, it picked up at the end, didn't it? The last couple episodes were really good.
Yes, it did. I highly recommend that one.
I do too.
Was is Kaylee actually able to break away from her,
Yes.
stereotype character?
Yeah.
That stereotype character of the witch from the last season of Charmed?
Get
that
out.
one?
Get out.
Yeah, that one. No, actually, I was thinking when she was the daughter of Jerry Ritter, John Ritter.
I don't know. I like Jerry Ritter.
Jerry Ritter. John Ritter, I meant.
didn't have much of a career as his brother John, but damn, Jerry Ritter was good in Four's Company. So it was really well done.
Oh, he's always trying to one up his brother.
He was.
I thought it was Forge a Crowd.
Oh, that might be it. I'll show you. I'll die. You died. I won't. Take that, John. Anyways,
wow.
Sorry, too soon.
Okay. Next show was Netflix original, Blown Away. It's a glass blowing show. Season 2 came out.
Oh, I saw season 1.
Blake just said that he watched Blown Away, but it was on YouPorn. Is that the same thing?
I downloaded the wrong series.
It has the same lady from season 1 in it, though.
What the fuck is going on with our show tonight?
You know what popped up in my feed? Somebody shared our old Facebook post, and I downloaded the wrong Game of Thrones. And I also downloaded the wrong, I Dreamed You, whatever. All this. I forget who did that.
Anyways, what else, Jim?
The last few, again, I saw the DC cartoon Deathstrike, Knights and Dragons. Yeah, it sucked.
Put that on the poster for the movie. Yeah, it.
Yeah,
it
it
sucked.
No, not even suck. Just it.
dot.
The character Deathstroke I'd never enjoyed, and the knockoff Deadpool is so much better. Then I went back and watched a classic, Win a Date with Ted Hamilton.
Oh,
stop it!
Wait, I'm trying to remember if I'm getting that confused with another one or not.
Were you actually trying to have a good time this past week? You're trying to torture yourself.
I'm torturing myself. It's not James Marsden. It's Josh Duhamel and Topher Grace and Kate Bosworth.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was worse than the one I'm thinking of.
Yes, it was bad.
Not that any of them are really good actors or actresses, but Kate Bosworth is awful. She is horrible.
She's nice to look at.
But she's awful of an actress. She is.
Yeah.
When Topher Grace is the strongest actor in the show.
Damn it, Eric Foreman.
I loved him in Ocean's 11. Anything else, Jim?
And the last one was I had to get a nice positive note and watch a nice mental health film, Silver Linings Playbook. Rewatched that one, and just seeing people who are really fucked up makes me feel better about myself.
Nice.
You know what, Jim? I felt better about myself today, too. I watched Teen Mom OG on MTV. It was on in the background while I was working. I felt really good about my life choices.
So is what's the girl's? Oh, the
Amber?
black girl. No, Amber's. She in prison again?
She was. And then she didn't realize that she was complaining that she was a fit mother, even though she's been to prison and just got out. Well, you could be, but not so much, Amber. I don't even.
Is she still mad at Gary for Gary trying to move away and offering to bring her with her?
Oh my God, that's next season. That premieres tonight. That's the new season.
Okay.
They did a marathon of last
wait.
season.
You guys know far, far too much about any of the people on the show. You've watched way too much of this.
These are the Indianapolis people, so.
Hey Jim, let me give you an impression of Amber. Gary.
I feel so bad for their daughter.
Oh God, God, he is awful. Well, he still supports her. She was going to a court case with her other ex-husband, or I don't even know. She has a baby daddy with another baby daddy. And Gary was dressed up at the court appearance in shorts, so that was really nice to see. Way to put your best foot forward there, Gary.
It probably was his best foot.
The problem is, Gary is probably one of the best people on the show.
He is, but
Oh no. The other people that she's been with, it's Matt, the one super fan guy who started messaging her after the other people on the show didn't message him back. So she dated him for a couple years. He just moved in, and then after that split up, then it was like one of the camera guys who she was sleeping with got her pregnant.
Dear God. Well, it was funny. So I guess it was Amber's ex-boyfriend or whatever that has a kid with her, and she wasn't allowed to talk about the court case, custody hearing, because of the judge, said nope, can't talk about. So she was complaining about the ex-boyfriend, and so the producer calls up the ex-boyfriend and says, "Hey, can we talk? We want to do your side of the story," because in all the years that we've done the show, we always like to show both sides of the story. So the ex-boyfriend comes over, and he's off camera, but he's still mic'd up, and he's like, "I just want to let you know, I appreciate you letting me tell my story, but before we go any farther, the only way I'm going to do this is if I get paid the same amount as all the moms on this show."
Yep.
And literally it goes to a black screen and it says he chose not to tell his side of the story and refused to be filmed. MTV's like, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was the guy who was involved in production who knew it was all about it.
It was just awesome. Oh my God. Jeff, are you excited about Teen Mom OG Season 2?
Okay, so this weekend I binged watched and finished The Mandalorian.
Oh, all the seasons?
That's almost as good as Teen Mom.
No, that was me changing the subject.
You know what, Jim? There is a baby that we don't know who the parents are. I mean, he is kind of like a teen mom. The Mando is.
Except he's not a teen.
How do you know?
Or a mom.
I saw his face. There's no way he's a teen.
Oh, okay. Did you like it better than what you did before?
I did. Season 2 was much better than Season 1.
Okay.
Like the things they planted in Season 1 coming back, for Season 2 and whatnot, it was better.
I like what Blake posted on our Facebook page was this guy can find a babysitter anywhere he goes in this galaxy. I can't find one for a Saturday night.
When you got a baby as cute as Grogu, then you're going to find babysitters everywhere.
I agree with you on that one. I agree. My daughter refuses to call him Grogu. His name's Baby Yoda. I'm not calling him Grogu. Grogu's a stupid name, Dad. Well, can't help that.
Baby Yoda is his race. Grogu is his name.
We don't see race.
It sounds like your daughter is now going to be Brigger daughter.
Anyways, well, I did have to explain to her that in the comic books that T'Challa gives over the Black Panther mantle to Shuri, his sister, and at that point my daughter goes, "Well, that's ridiculous. Why would he do that?" I was like, okay. I don't know, honey. I don't know. Don't know.
I thought you liked strong female characters.
She does, but she likes
But it
T'Challa.
makes sense, I suppose.
She just said that's ridiculous. Why would he do that? And my wife just looked at me like, "What did you create?" I was like, "I don't know."
So she should never expect her brother to give something to her. Then. Is that it?
Yeah. How old is she now?
She's just turning 7. Yeah.
There you go.
Well, it was funny because we were sitting on the kitchen table today and for dinner, and somehow Superman came up. Welcome to our table. And literally, my oldest son and my daughter start making fun of Superman and look, I have glasses. And my wife goes, "They get this from you." I was like, "I have no issue with this. This is a good call." Like, look, I'm Superman. No, I'm not. Anyway,
it's awesome.
Blake, do News of the Geek, but pick 3 questions. We're going to speed through this.
You mean listener feedback?
Whatever.
All right, we got our bomb listener feedback brought to us this week by the 2021 Baseball Hall of Fame inductees.
All of them.
All of them, exactly.
I missed something. Okay.
Yes, you can look it up. I'm going to skip number one fan because he takes up all the space. I'm going to go with people here that I don't know.
Okay.
So this is from Ronnie.
All
Just
right.
Ronnie.
Okay.
If you were in the Star Wars universe, what job or trade would you want to have? Well, definitely not contractor.
Grogu's babysitter? I could handle that.
I want to be a mechanic because there's always a job to do.
That's true.
That's a good one.
It's true.
You're never out of work.
Jim, would
That's
you
true. They're always working on those TIE fighters and X-Wing fighters. Those guys running around with those weird hoses.
Jim, would you just tie the ship up with nets and that's how you fixed it? Like you did a Mando ship?
It'd be a lot of duct tape. Yeah.
Jeff,
I want to try and rebuild. I want to try and fix his ship now.
just try it now. I don't think that you can put dust back together, Ash.
Duct tape.
Jeff, what's your job?
I think I would want to be like, I suppose, criminal Godfather, Jabba the Hutt type role.
Criminal syndicate?
Yeah, head of them.
Okay.
I don't want to be a peon.
You don't want to be the lackey.
Intern could be your Salacious Crumb. Intern Gary.
Although, if I couldn't be the head guy, being a Salacious Crumb wouldn't be too bad. Because then you just sit next to the guy and laugh. Maybe I'll rethink that.
Yeah, you
get all the benefits of being the boss, too.
Yeah, because
You get to partake in all the good shit and all the bad shit.
And Jeff doesn't want to make decisions.
Yeah, I don't actually want to be held responsible for things. So court jester.
Maybe you should
I'll
be
take
Salacious
court
Crumb.
jester.
Blake, what are you picking?
Pod racer might be fun.
Get the fuck out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
What? I want to make my own droid too.
Now that's pod racing. I might be the pod racer announcer. Maybe I'll do that.
No, Jason, you're going to be a trade diplomat.
Mesa Honey. Oh, that's Jar Jar. I was thinking maybe the Crimson Guards because they don't really do anything, but then that's a lot of standing, so I don't want to do that.
But you do look really cool, though.
Yeah.
And sometimes it is all about the uniform.
Well, if that's the case, I'm going to be a scout trooper on Endor. I like those guys, and they have cool bikes.
Nope.
As long as you don't hit a
You
tree.
do not want to be a stormtrooper of any type.
Okay, that's cool.
They
Fine.
get the worst armor. I think that armor attracts laser blasts and strengthens the power behind them because one hit kills stormtroopers.
Fine.
I still don't understand. I still don't know what the benefit of that armor is. Somebody still needs to explain it to me.
You know
Well,
what?
I think that the inside of the armor is lined with sharp little knives. It's like an Iron Maiden type thing, so any pressure and it just punctures the skin.
You put on helmets where you can't really see. I'm sure you got zero peripheral vision in those helmets.
Fine, I'll be a bartender at the cantinas. I feel like that's a fun job.
Yeah, that's true. Nobody really ever kills you. You just watch everybody fight and cut each other's arms off.
That's true. When something happens, you just drop behind the bar and everyone else gets killed.
And I have no
right.
problem I have no problem not being an obstacle. I'll just let something happen. That's fine. I don't care.
It's a pain in the ass, though, because people always die in the bars and you have to clean up after the dead bodies.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's true. But then, lightsabers are pretty, they do cauterize those cuts.
They do.
So there's not a lot of blood. But as long as you don't have to, milk your own, blue or green milk supply, you'll be okay.
Yeah. What else we got, Blake?
Here's somebody I don't know. From Empress of Dankmess
Ooh.
at Cherry Dank. There's a handle for you. You have to eliminate 3 of these forever. Which do you choose? It's difficult. We got tacos, fries, beer, burgers, soda, pizza, cake.
Jeff,
I thought
beer's off the list right now. I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
no,
You
we're
gotta-
keeping
beer is safe.
I'm keeping beers, burgers, soda, and pizza. Because tacos, you can always make that into like a burrito or something, or nachos or something. You can just do a different thing. Fries, you can just make. There's tons of ways to make potatoes, and I can get
Yeah.
rid of cake because you can eat brownies and cookies and pie.
I hate cake, so I'm with you, Jim. Cake's out.
Well, damn it, Jim. I thought this was going to be difficult, but you solved it for me.
Yeah,
No, I think Jim's right. Yeah, like tacos. I don't hate tacos, but there's nothing great about tacos that you can't get that fix through other forms of Mexican food.
Time out. Would this include taco bowls or just tacos?
I would even say anything that has the word taco in it gets
Okay.
eliminated.
So taco cats are out. Okay.
Oh, that's a palindrome.
Yes. Thanks, Jeff. I'm glad you
Yep.
got it.
Fries, I would say I agree with, but the problem with that is like McDonald's fries are a weakness. Most fries I'm not a huge fan of, but like the ones that are good are real good.
Mm-hmm. So which
And
one?
then, but tacos, cake, and fries in that order.
Okay.
with fry stuff, I mean, does that include like potato wedges? Potatoes. I mean, you can
I
make
would, in my opinion, I think it would include anything where you will deep fry potatoes.
chips.
Fries, home fries.
Oh, well,
Small
chips.
potatoes.
Chips are different, aren't they?
Large potatoes.
Well,
Tater fries.
Depends how thin you cut them.
how thin? I suppose if there's any of the actual potato left in it, then it's a fry. Otherwise, it's just, yeah. But yeah,
Listen to our next podcast, Food Talk.
How many
constitutes
tacos
a
and fries
sandwich?
are there?
I'm getting rid of tacos, soda, and cake. I don't care. I like tacos, but I like burritos better. Love fries. Beer's good. I love burgers. Soda, I don't really care. I barely drink it. Maybe if my stomach is upset, I'll drink a Sprite. But we don't have pop in the house, and we haven't had.
Now, does that just mean all soda waters?
That's fine.
So you can drink. Well, I'm just like you said.
All
could-
carbonated beverages.
Yeah.
I have
So
like
you
this.
could have just carbonated water.
I have this big old Yeti of water. I literally refill it probably like 10 times a day.
Well, obviously, I think she means West Coast versions of pop. Yeah, because she used the word
Soda. And cake I hate. So there you go. Blake, what are you getting rid of? You agree with Jim?
Jim solved it for me. I was
Okay.
going to have a hard time, but apparently not.
Okay. And what else you got?
Rick.
Oh,
Just Rick.
Ricky.
Rick. Ricky. Rick. Rick, your mom. Oh, you get a chance to reboot your life. What age do you start with? Now, I would say if I knew what I know now, I would go back and start freshman year of high school because I think I would tear it up.
I want to know what you mean by tear it up.
No, we don't. We don't want to know that.
I'd rule the world.
I don't know if you. I don't know.
But if you don't get to take the knowledge that you have,
Yeah, I don't think you
now,
do.
Then I'm like, screw it. I don't want to change anything.
You get to you obviously would have to change something because I could just go back and just do the same shit again. So something, but you can't be like the mind of a 50-year-old in the body of a 13-year-old.
Yeah, you gotta be back to what you are. If you're 22, you're 22. Jim, what are you picking?
I'd probably pick 16,
Okay.
and then I would have myself go someplace else for college.
But then we would never meet.
Maybe,
I would have met him.
Oh, that's true.
maybe we would have never met.
That's true. So you are definitely doing that then, Jim. Good call. Good call.
How many people would say yesterday?
Yesterday is just a dream. Jeff, who are you going with?
13.
Why?
I would choose
You just
a
discovered your
different-
body?
I would choose a different high school.
Okay. This is
becomes a Wonderland.
fantastic.
Oh, please. I knew my body before 13. Please.
12 and a half, my bad. Okay. God. I think I would do, wow, I feel old. I would probably pick like 25, 26. 26 probably.
Really? For you, everything 26 is where the band decision started?
No,
I'll let your wife
Oh, you
know
met his,
that.
I was about to say maybe you met his wife.
Well, I did meet my wife at 12. Yeah, okay, well, hold on. Well, that's true.
I won't go to the bar that night.
We didn't have kids. We had no responsibilities. I had a career. I still have a career, but I mean, I have a career. I was like starting a
So you're
career.
pretty much saying you would get rid of your wife and kids.
No,
That's
no.
what it sounds to me.
Okay, I'm doing 23. I'm out of college. There you go, 23. How about that? All right, we'll call it a draw. Okay, Jim or Jeff, whatever your name is, give me some news of the geek. Music.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Per Doug. Number one fan, 8 pans. Can't give yourself a nickname. It's your anniversary episode. Exactly 7 years since your first episode. So some fun facts about the podcast. First top 5 list were villains, shows that have jumped the shark, and childhood toys. Those are some good ones. I
Yeah,
remember
we
the
did do
villains.
this.
I remember the
I
villains.
remember all 3 of them.
A 3-year.
I remember childhood toys because I'm much older than you and the Gimp were on that. It was on that episode, and you guys were like, "I'm like, no, this is childhood toys, not toys that came out when I was an adult."
3-year report from our Hobie Hollywood Stock Exchange League.
I forgot all about that.
I got on about a month ago. I'm like, well, I'm doing horrible. I didn't make any changes.
I can't wait for Avatars 2 to come out. I've been waiting on that one.
Oh, I don't mean to be morbid, but I should probably get rid of my Chadwick Boseman stock.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
Not getting anything for it.
I probably shouldn't have done Josh Trank's Fantastic Four 2 and put all my stock in that. Damn it.
I still think I've got a ton load,
Download?
a shit ton of Michael B. Jordan stocks.
Oh, who doesn't?
Float.
Did you see those abs?
Doctor Number One is up 1,805%.
Doctor Number One's up 1,805%. Fish is up 164% for a close second place.
10% of the growth that Doctor Number. So one person keeps up with this.
He invested in Bitcoin. Number
Then it's down again.
Doctor Number 2 is in third place at 86%. Ape Hands Doug was up at 33%. I was in sixth place, up 11.14%. Suck it, everyone. Jeff, you're only at 10.91%.
Look at the difference between us. If we look tomorrow, I might be ahead of you.
I don't even know my password. Jim is up 4
It's
points.
password.
Jim is up 4.7%. And then in 14th place, Scab Jeff is down 11%. And in last place, Stork from Besotted Geek is down 47%. I feel like, though, that once Ocean's 14 comes out, his stock is going to rise. I think he's got it. I think he's going to be okay.
47% down. Wow.
So that was he invested a lot in DC films, and that did not help. So
You're probably right.
He's waiting for that Zack Snyder cut.
it's coming! It's a 4-hour film. Yeah, great. Fuck him. Not
It's
Stork.
now a miniseries.
It's not a miniseries. Nope, we got to do a movie. It's a 4-hour movie. Great. Guest. The Gimp is the first. It was on the first. I'm sorry. The Gimp is the first guest on episode 3. Second guest was Scab Jeff on episode 4, and the first returning guest on episode 8. The Gimp returned on episode 9. Blake's first appearance is episode 17.
I thought it was 18. All these years we've been saying 18.
First female guest was episode 18. So there you go.
Boy, that went over well.
That didn't age well. Let's see here. I'm talking about Blake, right?
Yes.
So, yeah.
But that wasn't it the origin of the Down the Hall podcast?
It was. I think it was episode 18.
The origin of Stump.
Let's see. Soapbox.
Oh, I thought it was Stump.
So, Jeff, 7 years, 371 episodes. What do you think, Jeff?
I am stunned. I thought we would do about 6 months and no one would listen. And then we would find something else to amuse ourselves with.
And then people listened.
People listened. So I said, give it 6 months, and if we get, I don't remember what number.
50.
I think it was 50.
Yeah.
If 50 people are listening, then it's probably worth doing.
It was a lot more than that, and still is, and I'm still shocked by it. So I appreciate it. We appreciate it. So tell a friend and give us some reviews. 5-star reviews, unless you don't like our eating. Let's see here. Quickies. We'll just go to the next one. We'll skip that one. The Mandalorian, speaking of Jeff watching that, proved to be the perfect series to launch Disney Plus with.
Yeah, they're right.
It exceeded expectations. Merchandise sales have been through the roof thanks to The Child, a.k.a. Grogu. And we're at least getting another season of the main show along with 3 spin-offs. Ahsoka, Rangers of the New Republic, and the Book of Boba Fett. Lucasfilm plans may be more ambitious, though, than we first anticipated. According to a rumor shared by Kessel Run Transmissions, the studio's ambitious plans for the story are going to stretch out to the year 2027, and they add that we're hearing that maybe it will even go into feature films at that point. It might be in theaters, if theaters still exist. So, there you go.
Theaters will still exist because the one thing that streaming can't do is give you the
Experience.
the audio experience. The video compression isn't anywhere near as good as what you'll get in theaters. Just compressing it to stream it. I mean, I would rather watch something on a disc because they can at least give you the full experience. But streaming, everything's compressed too much to give you the true fanboy geek experience of.
There's nothing more
watching.
annoying when it gets paused because there's your download feed gets paused
buffering,
The circle.
buffering gets caught up or stuck.
I mean, I will say that I'm really upset that Godzilla vs. Kong is not going to be in theaters because I would love to see that one in theaters.
I thought it was going to be, wasn't
It is, but I'm not going.
You'll be vaccinated by then.
No, they moved it up. March 26th.
I thought they moved it back.
No, March 26th.
Well, you'll be vaccinated by March 26th.
I wish. I hope.
I hope so.
I hope I am. But anyways, Brad from Cinema Guys did say that he's trying to rent out a theater just to watch it. I said, I might go along with that. I would chip in for that.
I can think of better things to spend my money on.
Or if you go...
What's that?
You just go to the theater because only 3 people will be in the
Yeah,
theater.
That's true.
You don't have to rent the theater out. You're not going to have
That is
any.
true.
We had our own private showing of Tenet when we went
You saw that 4 times?
once.
Did you request the
even-
closed caption version?
I said the only time I had trouble hearing what they said was during the boat scene when the sound of the ocean the water was too loud and drowning them out. I don't understand why other people had difficult, except for the times when you're not supposed to understand what they're saying.
Oh, yeah. That's why they couldn't understand when they were speaking backwards.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the old school Godzillas and the old school Kong, and even some of the newer stuff is campy, but it's not that great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why are they even doing King Kong versus Godzilla?
Dude, I'm all
it
in.
is pretty funny. They did did you see the meme? If they actually kept the real size of the monsters, like King Kong is like in a child wiki, whatever, in front of on his chest, like child wigwam or whatever that's called.
Is he okay?
Baby
Did you just have,
Papoose?
Yeah, Papoose.
Oh.
Yeah.
Blake, I thought you were
Godzilla's
having a
wearing
stroke.
Papoose with King Kong in it. The Papoose wig.
I
I'm
love-
so sorry.
I love the two Godzilla films, and well, the last Godzilla was not that great, but I love Kong Skull Island. I really enjoy them.
But well, he's right though, because
Really?
Godzilla steps on city buildings where Kong has to climb them.
No. So
Yeah.
what happened is, the rumor is, because I started reading online, is that Skull Island there's a pathway to the center of the Hollow Earth that they've been talking about, where some of these monsters come from, the Titans, and so their radiation is coming up, and that's what made him grow bigger than what he was. So there you go.
Oh,
So
okay.
Sure.
Thanks.
I'm all
So
in.
who wins? who's your prediction of winning?
Supposedly someone does win.
It's a tie. It'll be a tie.
Supposedly someone wins. I don't think they
Mothra.
kill each other. No,
I
that's
have
how
a
they
bet.
stop the fight. Mothra.
Save
Why'd you say that
Mothra.
Oh, fuck Zack Snyder. I think Godzilla.
And that was the best part of the movie. That's the only part of the movie that made sense.
I
Was
like-
that they had finally addressed that their two main characters mothers had the same name.
I'm going to say Godzilla wins. Everything I've read is that the reason why the Japanese firm that has control of Godzilla's character, like the rights to him, they sold it to, or they let Legendary do these films as long as he doesn't officially die or lose. Like, he can get beat down, but he always has to prevail at the end. Is the
But they go back up again because nobody can keep him down.
Thank you. Thank you, Tub Thumping.
Jumbo.
Chumbawamba. Jeff, give me a box office news and world report.
It's time for the box office news and world report. Oh, you want me to read it?
I don't care.
Oh crap! I lost it. There it is. Hopefully. Yeah. This week in the box office, number one, The Marksman made $2 million. A total of 6.1 on a $23 million budget. Coming in at number two, The Croods: A New Age made 1.8 million, a total of 42 million on a budget of 65 million. Wonder Woman 1984 comes in at number three with a 1.6 million box office take, a total of 37.7 on a $200 million budget. Number four, News of the World made $810,000, a total of 9.6 million on a $38 million budget. And rounding out our top five is Monster Hunter. It made the same amount as News of the World, $810,000, a total of 10.2 million on a $60 million budget.
Upcoming.
Nothing to add?
No.
Okay, I thought you were going to add something or get pause for other people to get in there. Upcoming on January 29th, we have Supernova.
Supernova. Sam and Tusker are traveling across England in their old RV to visit friends, family, and places from their past. Since Tusker was diagnosed with dementia 2 years ago, their time together is the most important thing they have. That's Colin Firth and Stanley Tucci.
Stanley Tucci's good, so I would trust this movie because Stanley Tucci won't do bad things.
That seems pointless. He's not going to remember the time.
What? The other guy will, though. You do it for the other guy.
Oh.
Ooh, that would be fun. Two people with, dementia setting in.
Stop right there.
kinda like-
Stop.
It's kind of like a fastball song.
Fastball.
Yes.
The Way.
The Way, the song by Fastball
No.
about two people with dementia stumbling off and disappearing.
Nope. No.
No. Where were they going without
Hey,
ever
now,
knowing?
you're an
the way?
all-star. Oh, sorry. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, that's not Fastball.
No, sorry.
Also coming out, we have Tomato Red, Blood Money.
When small-town drifter Sammy Barlock drives into town on the search for his next cold beer and the bunch that'll have him, he gets a lot more than he bargained for. Food, lodging, and the possibility of a better future thanks to red-headed Jamali and her brother Jason, who dream of hitting the big time. But breaks aren't easy to come by if you live in Venus Holler. Finding themselves powerless against the forces of corruption and prejudice, the hardest thing Sammy has to fight is his demons inside his own head. I can't wait for this movie to
Who
come
is
out.
in that? Because that sounds terrible.
It was made in 2017.
Okay.
They waited until the pandemic to release it.
We're taking it off the shelf.
Hey,
for
guys,
our February release.
Don't we have that film?
It does have Julie Garner, who plays Ruth in Ozark.
Do we got that any films that are out now? We don't have any films with Torch Boy. We got anything else out there? I think we got the Tomato Red film, right?
Oh, yeah, we've got the film that we have on the con, and somebody in it became famous since they filmed it, so maybe we can make some money.
Is that the one with Corbin Burnson? He's a big star now.
Corbin Burnson. Perfect choice of name right there.
Thank you. What else we got, Jeff?
He was great. He was great in Psych. So pretty much this looks like she's playing the same character as Ruth in Ozark, except she has bright red hair.
Good for her.
Same curls and everything. Still looks like trashy white trash.
There you go. She's typecast already.
Yep. Also coming out, we have The Night.
Ooh.
The Night. A couple become trapped inside a hotel with their demons, real and imagined, until they confront the secrets of their marriage.
I don't know if this is a horror movie or
It's a horror film.
Some marriages are. Okay.
Anybody in it?
Shahab Hosseini, Gia Mora, Catherine Kavari, Lester Latham, Nyasho Jafarian, George McGuire. Yeah, so no.
Love George McGuire. Love him.
And rounding out our upcoming movies, we have A Million Little Things. I mean,
what?
The Little Things.
Fucking Theo.
Here's the long version of the recap. 2 cops track down a serial killer.
I'd hate to hear the short version.
It's Denzel Washington, Rami Malek, Jared Leto, Chris Bauer, Michael Hyatt. So
people I've heard of.
Michael Hyatt is a young Corbin Burnson. He's got big things ahead. Big things. Did you say Remy LaCroix is in that?
No.
Oh,
Rami Malek.
oh, sorry.
That was called The Big Thing.
Or it might actually be called A Million Big Things.
Not enough big things.
Oh, big thing.
Circumcised big things. Okay, let's see here. Update here. Buffalo Wings are still winning. Still winning. So there you go.
Oh, unlike Buffalo Bills. Okay.
Yes. It was a rough day. It was a rough day.
Yeah.
I even had my
Sorry to our listeners in Buffalo.
had my Carolina Gold Buffalo Wings ready to go, and I ate them. They were great.
If they're Carolina Gold, they're not Buffalo.
Oh, well, I guess so. So Carolina Gold Wings, sorry. Okay. And they're not shoes. Let's see here. Top 5 this week. Top 5 is in honor of the new president last week. Top 5 performers you would hire for your presidential inauguration. Who would you invite to come sing? Jeff, you go first.
Oh, I get to go first.
Well, it's
Let's
actually not
see.
just singing. It could be speaking. It could be anything. Sorry.
Oh.
perform?
Mine are all musical performers.
Okay. What's your number 5?
My number 5, who I would have at my inauguration, would be Wilson Phillips.
Ah.
Yeah, do we get to perform with them?
Oh, hell yes. It's my inauguration. We'll be on that stage. So you can hold on for one more day.
For people who don't know, the band used to be called Wilson Phillips Now, and Jeff and I were members in it until Jeff refused to sleep with Carney, and they kicked us out of the band, stealing all the music that Jeff wrote.
It was a sad decade. I feel bad for you, Jeff. It was a rough time.
Go ahead and watch our Behind the Music.
In it, the one touching moment behind the music is when Jeff had a really tough time with his dad. He argued when he was a teenager. I mean, it was tough. It was tough.
No. You're thinking that was Pink's
Sorry,
True Hollywood
my
Story.
bad. Pink.
They told Jeff to cut the grass, and he got mad at him.
Oh, yeah. That was in the...
Yeah, that was the episode you went to your room and slammed the door.
That was the episode where Mom chased up the stairs and broke her wooden spoon on his ass.
This was only 10
And then
years
got
ago.
so mad.
Spoon broke.
It got so mad. You broke my spoon.
Sadly, this was only 10 years ago. Jim,
Or the time when, I got angry and kicked the lawnmower and broke it.
the gas tap snapped off it.
maybe you should be away from lawnmowers, Jeff.
I agree. I didn't want to be near it at all.
Blake, what's your number 5?
I'd be president for everybody. So I tried to, span the realms of, representing everybody and people I like. So the first person I thought of was, I think it'd be great if I had Dave Chappelle up there.
You bastard! That's my number 4.
Oh,
John,
Off the board.
put it on the board.
That's a good one, though. Like I said, I only went for music, so I didn't even think of.
He's the only comedian non-musical act on there, though. So
Yeah,
I gotta have Dave Chappelle.
I just wanted him to roast everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me included.
Yeah. My number 5 is the cast of Rent, the original cast. I want them to sing.
God.
I don't want them to sing 525,600 minutes.
You don't?
No, I want them to sing how long I'm going to be president for. That's what I want them to switch the words up.
7 minutes.
7 minutes.
I'm not Harrison.
The first president in peace in 7 minutes.
So I'm
He
going
didn't even get off the dais after swearing in ceremony.
I don't know. I think I was shocked that Biden's okay. I mean, he was on sworn in on the book from the Mummy. Did you see that thing? That's like the Book of the Dead right there.
That's another good question. What would you in on?
My favorite meme or comment on what book he was sworn in was somebody said, that's the menu from Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, I saw that.
Jim, what's your number 5?
My number 5, I'm all about kind of what Biden has to do in bringing the country together and unifying everybody. My number 5 is going to be Simon and Garfunkel.
Dope.
Isn't one of them dead?
Nope.
No?
Oh.
They'd have to be on different stages performing at the same time with each other.
Nope. They're on the same stage.
I like
Well,
it.
that
That's
was
true,
going to
because
be
your
my number
presidency
3,
would
but I'm
unite
changing it now.
Oh, no, that's your number 3, asshole. You keep it.
Nope. I'm changing it.
Jim, what's your number 4?
My number 4, again, got to bring everybody together. Let's go Queensryche. Jeff Tate with the original other members of the band.
Chris DeGarmo come back too?
Yes.
Jim, yeah.
I did not put Queensryche on my list because their argument is so has broken down so bad that I couldn't see them even finishing a set together.
Well, we'll go ahead and we'll hire Jeff Tate's wife back as their manager.
The other guys won't like that. Are you getting
But
Scott
she has no power.
Rockenfeld back?
What's that?
You getting Scott Rockenfeld back?
Yep.
The drummer who no one knows why he's not with the band anymore, including the band. He just stopped showing up and returning their calls.
I was never a big
But he
Queen.
was the one who actually, isn't he the one who actually punched Jeff Tate?
Yeah, him and Jeff were the ones that had the incident on stage. Yeah.
I was never a big Queensryche fan. I was more LA Guns.
Ooh.
Number 4, Dave Chappelle. Blake, what's your number 4?
Number 4, man, I would love to have Trent Reznor performing Nine Inch Nails.
I want to fuck you like an animal.
It could be the first musically induced riot in the Capitol.
And just have him look at Mitch McConnell while he's singing it. Let's see.
It's not the song I had in mind, but yeah, that'd be fine.
Number 4 for you, Jeff.
Since I just adjusted my list, my new number 4 is I'm picking The Who,
Ugh.
and that is not the British band from the 60s. It is the current Mongolian band that plays metal and does throat singing.
Wow.
If you haven't heard them, look them up.
What's your number 3?
That's spelled H-U is how it's spelled.
The Who. Throat singing. That's the one that also has Remy LaCroix.
My number 3 is Queen.
Not Reich.
What? No, not Reich, just Queen.
With Adam
What's
Lambert.
your number 2, Reich?
No, but
Okay.
John
But
Deacon will come back to play with them.
I was going to say, how are you going to do Queen? You're going to have Rami Malek sing?
No, Adam Lambert.
Adam
Or
Lambert.
Adam Lambert. Okay.
Queen. Okay, Queen with Adam Lambert, I suppose, is their official name. But
There you
John
go.
Deacon will come back to play bass.
What's your number 3, Blake?
And cure COVID.
Sure.
Number 3, I would have to ask them to reenact the greatest venue I've ever seen, and this was My Life with a Thrill Kill Called with Lords of Acid. The greatest show ever at Bogart's.
You got it. Real kill call.
My number 3 is Keith David, just so he could say a poem or swear me in or something. Not David Keith, but Keith David, because that guy could talk.
He's the guy you would want to recite your life or whatever.
Yeah, that could be good. I like that. So Keith
So
David.
you want him to say, how did he get the francs below the
How do you get the beads below the frank?
below the franc? Yeah, above the franc below the fee.
Thank you. Oh, something.
You know the great thing about Keith David? He was in season 6 of Community.
Okay, number 3 for you, Jim.
For a moment, I thought you were talking about the Partridge Family kid guy.
No, David Carradine.
Oh, no.
David Cassidy, who
David
Cassidy.
Cassidy.
My number 3, I'm going to go with The Police.
Like the actual police showing up,
You're
or
going to
the
have
band?
them reunite?
Is it
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna have-
Gotham City Police?
I'm going to
They're all
have
dead.
Sting, Stuart Copeland, and Andy Summers reunite
Same stage.
get to get on the same stage.
Okay.
I sense a theme with you, Jim.
You might need the police to break that up. Let's see.
And everybody's going to be chanting "fuck the police," and okay, well, here they are.
What's your number 2?
My number 2 is going to be Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Billy Corgan, Jimmy Chamberlain, Darcy, and James Eho.
The original.
Will
Still
The
alive?
original lineup.
One guy's dead, but
Well,
Oh, no, wait. Jimmy Chamberlain didn't die. He just supplied the drugs to somebody else who did die, and he went to jail. Is that
allegedly,
right?
allegedly.
with him. No, he did.
but he did clean up, though.
Oh, yeah. Usually
After-
jail helps
Yeah,
people.
the jail will help you with that, yeah.
At least
I
they
think
would hopefully do.
watching this would be getting James Eha to talk to Billy Corgan.
Yeah.
Um,
Darcy's acting career really took off.
Well, it's okay. She went and played in Hole, so
It's true.
So did Remy LaCroix. My number.
Darcy played in Hole.
yeah.
I
When
didn't realize that.
and she left before James Eo left, and Corgan stole the bassist then from Hole.
Oh, yeah. What's her
okay,
name?
swapped bases.
Vander. I forget her name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vanderpump? What?
No.
They roll.
Well, since Billy Corgan did a lot of work with Hole, like wrote an entire album.
Yeah.
But didn't get credit for it.
They eventually did after he sued.
Oh, okay. Well, what? I mean, she already stole all the Kurt songs for her first two albums. She
Allegedly.
needed somebody else to write a third.
I think you're allowed to do that after you murder. So have someone die. I think that's part of it.
If you get away with killing them, you're allowed to have their stuff.
Yeah, why do you think her album's called?
Just
Let's Do
ask
This?
Carol
Come on.
Baskins.
That bitch. My number 2 is of course,
Bitch, Carol Baskin.
that's right, is
What was your three?
yeah, we already did 3. We're coming back down. This is number 2.
Yeah, 1, 2.
Number 2 is Garth Brooks.
I asked what your 3 was.
Keith
I
David.
didn't remember. Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, shut the fuck up over there,
Partridge
Donnie.
Boy.
2 is Garth Brooks. Shut the fuck up. What's your Blake? Blake, what's your number 2?
You know, I knew Garth Brooks would be your number 2, and I'm pretty sure I know what your number 1 is.
Oh, it's my life. Go ahead, Blake.
My number 2, I had to go. I was going to have the Spice Girls.
Ooh, tell me what you want. What you really, really want.
I don't know. Jim might have the Spice Girls
Yeah.
on his list. Get
But
them back together.
Yeah, only if we can get them all back together. But however, I decided not to go with the Spice Girls, and I went with a double billing again of Liz Phair and Throwing Muses.
Sounds like
Nice.
a concert you really, really liked at one point.
Oh yeah,
Hey, Blake, you're sworn in as the president of the United States. Yeah, there's a lot of bands I haven't gotten around to see lately. Can you just bring them to the inauguration? Sir, we have bigger things. No. These are the bands that I want to see.
no. I had to go with female acts here that had more talent than Beyonce. Okay,
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Liz Phair definitely does.
which is why the Spice Girls were kind of like, well, maybe. That's why I had to go with Throwing Muses and Liz Phair.
Jeff, what's your number 2?
Oh, did we get Jim's number 2? I don't even remember.
He's at the end. Will you just go? Are you having a stroke?
My number 2 was Smashing Pumpkins. My
It
number
was
three-
Smashing Pumpkins.
Please.
Yeah,
That's right. Okay. You were kind of out of order there, Jason, and you were confusing me.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, me too.
No, I was last. I got moved to last.
Oh, okay.
What's your number 2, Jeff?
My number 2 is, which should be on everyone's list, and I'm disappointed at you all up till now, Dolly Parton.
Ugh.
She's a national treasure.
Maybe I can
Allegedly.
get Dolly Parton to do a duet with Liz Phair.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
Dolly.
And she has more talent than Beyonce.
true.
What's your number
She just
1?
didn't fit my theme, though, Jeff.
What?
Of unity. She just didn't fit my theme.
You're right. Oh, I was about to say, well, then reunite her with Kenny Rogers, but
He's dead.
we're
No.
a couple
No.
of years too late for that.
Yeah, don't reunite her with Kenny Rogers. Not for several years, please.
My number 1, which I think is obvious, should play at everyone's inauguration if I had my way. Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one, Jeff. I should have seen that one coming with you.
And you didn't.
Nope. Blake, your number 1's Yoko Ono?
Yeah, no, it's not yet.
He said yeah. I heard yeah.
No.
Wow.
Change it, please.
My number 1, I'm surprised it hasn't been on anybody's list yet. But my number 1 would be One Rock Taylor with special guest star El Heno.
Oh, Dr. Bednar's
Dr.
group.
Bednar and El.
That's right.
Nice,
Thank you.
Nicely played, Blake.
Thank you.
As long as
I
El
was really
Heno's...
scared. I was really scared when you guys would take one of those away, but as it was playing out, I became more confident in my number 1.
I just want El Heno's abs out there on the stage.
Thank you. We'll ask him to perform shirtless.
Yeah.
He'll do the 12 Days of Hobie.
Oh, good song. Good song. My number one, Jeff. What's my number one?
Bon Jovi.
It's my life. It's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. Boom,
But
boom.
do you have to get Richie Sambora back with the
No,
band?
fuck him.
Wow, Richie Sambora, less Bon Jovi is.
I don't care.
Oh,
As long as John Bon Jovi's naked. I mean, playing by in there, he's fine. He's fine.
so you just want John Bon Jovi?
No. I've seen John Bon Jovi by himself. I'd rather have Bon Jovi.
That's like getting
No good unless
Guns N'
Tina
Roses
Torres
without
is-
Slash, Jason.
Well, I'll be honest. I just want John Bon Jovi there just so I could get some Philadelphia Soul apparel from the Arena League that he owned. That was the big thing. Really loved Philadelphia Soul. But yeah, John Bon Jovi and Bon Jovi. Jim, what's your number one?
This should have been on everybody's list. I think they should play every inauguration if you can get them back together. And that would be Rage Against the Machine.
Actually, they are doing a reunion tour.
Oh,
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Two things. We're the machine they're raging against.
Exactly.
When do they become the machine themselves?
Too late.
That's it. And Rage Against the Machine songs are just so repetitive.
Fuck you.
So
I want
funky,
you to tell
man.
me.
Good stuff, man. Actually,
I mean,
you know what?
I like they got a hook, but then the hook goes on for 4 minutes, and it's
And
I jam to that stuff.
and they're allowed to talk politics because when everybody tells these actors, actresses, musicians to just stick to music, and the comeback is, oh, what? Like, should I have to have a degree in political science from Harvard?
Yeah, that's so awesome.
And they're like, yes. And Tom Morello is, well, I do.
Well, I do. Exactly. That's so awesome.
Did we have any honorable
Honorable
mentions?
I have
did.
honorable. I had Guns N' Roses, which I mentioned before, and this would be epic because you'd bring them together for a U.S. presidential inauguration of Oasis.
I'd pay to see that.
Blake, who else?
I'm going to your inauguration, Jim.
Blake, any other honorable mentions?
No, I covered what I wanted.
Okay.
my honorable mentions. I had Simon and Garfunkel move to honorable mention. I had Poison, but they would have to play Unskinny Bop. Bop Bop just blows me away. Foo Fighters, because they're
That's a
great.
good one. I forgot about them.
I had Extreme.
With Navarro coming back for a special song.
With who?
No, never mind. Sorry.
I didn't say Red Hot Chili Peppers or.
Yeah, I
James Addiction.
got the wrong. Yeah, I got the wrong.
Okay.
When have I been right?
Good point. Like Extreme, because VH1 couldn't get them back together, but My Presidency could.
Nova Select. That's right.
I've got Fine Young Cannibals, because why the fuck not?
Why not?
And
like no one else.
and I also have D-Light with Bootsy Collins.
Oh, Grooves in the Heart, baby.
With Bootsy Collins.
Yeah, baby.
I had The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and then I took him off because I feel like as soon as he would start talking, they would get rid of me and put him in place instead.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably why you had a 7-minute.
Yeah, that's why he got impeached in 7 minutes.
He would give the people's eyebrow, and boom, you're gone.
People, the cast of Rock would come out and sing 7 minutes, and the Rock would come out, and you would be gone.
He would rock bottom me.
I don't care if I haven't been elected.
We had a lot of listener feedback here. We'll get through some of this. Kevin, let's see here. He's letting me down. The West Wingers are not coming out for our vote on the Wings right now. We're at 10 votes. Come on, people. Dave Matthews Band. John Legend. John Legend's a good one.
I like John Legend.
Cast of Hamilton, overplayed. Garth Brooks, good man. Ugh. Number 1, Dolly Parton.
Kevin at least has one good taste in there.
Brian has Boys to Men. I'll make love
Billy.
to you like you
Singing
want
the end
me
of the road.
Oh. Rascal Flatts. That's not bad. I like that one. Kiss. Let's see.
Now, is it the
Oh, Bob
reunited Kiss with the originals? Because
Peter
Chris
Criss
can't
right
play
there.
drums.
Number 2, Richard Marx.
Dick Marks?
Yes. And number 1, Billy Joel. Play me another song, Piano Man.
Oh my God!
I don't think I've ever actually heard the song Piano Man.
Play me another song, Piano Man. Number
Wow.
And sing me a song tonight. We're all in the mood for a melody, and you got us feeling all right.
Thanks, Jim. I do appreciate that compliment. I appreciate that. Big Dev had Pagalashi. Pagliacci. Pagalashi. Okay. I was just shocked I got it right.
Must be a local Michigan band.
Close enough. Oh, does he put you hard to pronounce things on
No,
his
no,
list?
not all of them.
Oh, okay.
William
All of them.
William Hung from American Idol.
Bags.
Shabags. Joseph Pujol, a.k.a. La Pataman. Patomane.
I don't know what that
Petomane.
Please have Tay Zonday on here.
The cast of Entourage. I don't know why, but I like that. The cast of Entourage. And Hayden Winters.
Not sure who that is either.
I was hoping for some Tay Zonday and some chocolate.
Zonde would be cool. Chocolate rain.
Our Canadian friend from Pop Culture Cafe. Check them out. I would hire Celine Dion, the guy who created poutine, some hockey player to do drills. Just to see the Congress guys. Come on, again. Again. Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Yeah.
And Rush. The Cinema Guys had the Max Rebo band from Jabba's Palace. The original or the remake? That's a big call. That's a big one.
Oh, man,
yeah.
I'll tell you what. We watched Return of the Jedi last week, and my son-in-law was here because we were having a big celebration, and we were watching Return of the Jedi, and the band thing was going on, and I turned and I looked at him. I said, that was never in the original.
The band
He's
was,
like-
but not the singing part.
Yeah, not the singing part. He's like,
Yeah.
it wasn't?
No, it was
Like,
awful.
No.
it's bad.
awful.
Just the
They,
band.
they added that in 99.
Let's see. Cinema Guys had the cast of Hamilton. One shot. I got one shot. One shot. Bring it on. One shot. Sex Bob. Bob.
Sex Bob.
Sex Bob. We are the Sex Bob.
What is that from?
Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim
Oh.
versus the world.
Never saw it.
Bomb.
Dr. Teeth and Electric Mayhem. Well done.
Yes.
Good one.
Oh, Tenacious D. Fuck you, Jack Black.
No.
I
That'd be
would.
good.
I mean,
Stork, a.k.a. Turn Your Camera On. He had ABBA.
Stork, a.k.a. 74% drop.
47.
Oh,
Put that on the next shirt. Number 4. Ooh, this is a good one. Neil Diamond. Hey, we're coming to America today. Traveling blue jeans.
forever in blue.
Whatever.
Travel blue jeans.
Are you watching the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants again?
Yes. Josie and the Pussycats.
Oh!
Oh,
How did
yeah.
I
there you
miss that
go.
one?
Yeah, I'm surprised, Jeff.
I got to readjust my list now. Oh.
The Archies.
Eh.
And the remaining members of the Monkees and Beatles to perform Last Train to Clarksville. Take the last train to Clarksville, and I'll meet you at the station.
Oh, let's see. Who do we got? Mickey Dolenz, Mike Nesmith, Paul McCartney, and Ringo Starr. That would be a fun quartet.
Yeah, I think that'd work.
Mickey Dolenz singing.
Let's see here. Steve at EILFM. He had Dolly Parton,
Way to go, Steve.
ZZ Top, Jay-Z.
JZZ Top. We'll play together.
I like this
Actually,
one.
that would be cool.
Presidents of,
Super Bowl halftime show.
Presidents of the United States of America.
That makes sense.
Peaches for me.
I almost put
Peaches
them on
for
my
you.
list.
She's love. She's love. She's in my head.
And number 1, Nicolas Cage. So there you go.
Oh.
I like that one.
So angry at that list now.
You know, I was all in until Nicolas Cage.
Let's see. Pop Culture
Instead of
Brews.
Nicolas Cage, switch it with Donald Trump.
Pop Culture Brews podcast. Hey guys, had the Kinks, the Who, the WHO one.
Oh, not the HU.
No, the
Those
Sex
HU.
Pistols,
Never mind the Bollocks.
the Beatles. Last train to Clarkson.
You only
Hey,
got 2
This,
Beatles.
this was a presidential inauguration, not the premier
Yeah.
or prime minister inauguration.
And
And the Rolling
Queen.
Stones.
Queen. So there you go. And then they.
The Beatles with only 2 living members would be terrible.
Well, here's the thing. So somebody asked, do they have to be alive? I said, preferably. So he said,
Well, otherwise you have dead people on stage.
Pop Culture Brews goes,
Well,
well,
you could bring Julian on, you know, and George
guess.
Harrison's son too.
Donnie,
Pop Culture's
Donnie.
Pop Culture Brews podcast responded. They said, well, that changes things. Let me give you this list. 5, the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
4, the Kinks. What's left of them? 3, the Who. What's left of them? 2, Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr.
What's left of them?
And 1, Queen plus Adam Lambert.
Genius.
Okay. Bad idea of the week. Swearing in as president, number 812. Swearing in on the Book of the Dead. Don't do that.
To the Necronomicon.
Don't do that.
Swear.
I swear by the moon and the stars in the
Stars in the
sky.
sky.
I swear.
I swear.
I'll be there. Okay.
Well, congratulations on 7 years, everyone. 7 years.
7 years.
In those 7
Wow.
years, Jim, look, I grew a beard. It took me 7 years.
It did connect.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly. Right there, you're kind of got a little gap.
Yeah.
I had that gap when I was 17, but
When you were just finding your body?
no, I found my body much sooner.
No.
There's a lot of find, so
So thanks, everybody, for listening. Make sure you give us 5-star reviews unless you don't like us eating. And we'll see you next week when intern Gary will be here. And maybe intern Fax Machine if he beats intern Hackney, which I think he will.
titles for the show.
Roger says goodbye.
Titles for the show.
Oh, titles, sorry. Cincinnati Comic Expo, September 17th through the 19th.
Oh yeah, and our
That's
sponsor.
a long title.
Duke Energy Convention Center. Get your tickets to Cincinnati Comic Expo when they go on sale. Hopefully soon if everybody gets a vaccine and wear masks. Hobie will be there doing trivia. Cincinnati Comic Expo. Titles for the show. Wow.
You know, maybe to get that West Wing bump, you could call it 7 minutes to impeachment.
No. I do like that, though.
Yeah, we're talking about your impeachment.
No, I know. That's fine. I still get the pension.
How many?
Not
next
if
thing you
you
know,
were
next thing you know, we're trending on QAnon.
And Newsmax. I'm rich.
Pass.
Titles. I'm rich like that. Speaking of old people, DuckTales money.
I had DuckTales money.
Blacklist Miami. Tear It Up. That sounds dirty.
I would tear it up.
No. And that's it.
I had intern Gary.
Oh, I had that one. I'm sorry. Yeah, I did have that one.
Reunite her with Kenny Rogers. DuckTales money. Bang Bon Jovi. Sniffing the mimeograph. Why would you do that? And traveling blue jeans.
I had 3 small screens, Quippy Wings, Jerry Ritter's Daughter, Eating on the Air,
Ooh.
The Origin of Stump, You Broke My Spoon, and Traveling Blue Jeans.
Wow. What do we got? What do we like the best?
DuckTales Money or Traveling Blue Jeans?
Or Sniffing the Mimeograph.
I kind of like the Traveling Blue Jeans. I have to admit, I like the Traveling Blue Jeans. So,
I can vote for Traveling Blue Jeans.
okay. Change
That's true.
approved.
People would have to listen almost to the end for the payoff.
Yep.
Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets. There's a history, not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. History of bad ideas. Podcast.
You are listening to a Hobie.